to get yourself here?
Alrighty. So, I had a bad timing on starting the stream and pausing and unpausing the game, but for those who don't know where we left off, the Sinister Six have kind of like wreaked havoc across New York, and now Aunt May is like poisoned, and we have to go make a save her. So, we already lost Uncle Ben. Let's not lose Aunt May as well. Awesome! I don't know why only Spider-Man had this problem on my PlayStation, but like, you saw it hitting my other streams, you saw like the big black box around it, and my excuse for all of that was like...
All units be advised, we have reports of an active bomb situation. Location is
Didn't I
north of
put some of you
Houston.
guys
Over.
away 8 years ago? Man, I feel old.
Ouch, okay. Hey, Emma! Thanks, Spectre.
Move it!
So yeah, I finally fixed the border problem. And... Oh, that's murder. Okay, I wasn't sure that was a dodge. My mic is very slow. Oh, hi.
Let's keep this up. Soon I'll have arrested literally everyone in Rikers. Again.
Actually, no, my mic was not very low. Game volume was just really loud. My bad. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what I was saying was... Because of this stupid... I thought Spider-Man was such a big game that because I was using a normal PlayStation, not PS4 Pro, that it couldn't run it at full resolution. No, it turns out for some reason Spider-Man's the one game on my PlayStation where it's like you actually have to go to your display settings in your system and like make sure it was stretched out, which it was dumb, very dumb. But I'm glad I finally figured it out. I thought it was an in-game setting, but I checked many times and it was not in the settings in the game. So yeah, anyway, thank you for telling me about my mic, because I keep forgetting. I used a new layout, as you can see, and what it's doing is it's actually taking a scene that I have already made and putting the layout on top of that, and for whatever reason that messed with the sound settings. Warning, your last chance to upgrade gear and abilities before the end of the story. Okay. Let's check out that gear, huh? Alright, so we got... Thanks, Facecam, for covering everything. You're always there when I least need you. Okay, absorb incoming shots. I'm riding a car, so I may lose signal every now and then. Dude, you're good. You're not driving, right? You're riding, not driving. Because there are some times you should not be multitasking by watching me. Oh, speaking of my content, and while people are in cars, I've been working with some people to get a audio version of Vitalcast done, and we're currently working on the old episodes, so we're gonna get the old episodes all ready, and then we're gonna like start doing them as they come around, and yeah, it'll hopefully be good fun. Increase perch takedown range. I'm in the end game now. I know it's freaky. It's freaky. I don't want to think about that too much. Okay, immediately perform a second finisher on basic enemies. I can't even see the name. So, like a podcast? I mean, Vitalcast already is a podcast, but yes, we'll be officially getting it on, like, the iTunes podcasts, or, like, wherever Android players go for, like, when I had an Android, it was frustrating. There were, like, 1,000 different apps that are, like, access podcasts here. I'm like, which one's the official podcast app? Because I didn't want to accidentally install malware, because that happened once. On the air, I'll do that one, and then that one actually sounds useful too. And then, don't have enough for that one. Okay, that'll be good for like combo stuff, and then I could just, let's see. Do I want perch takedown, or I actually want to throw someone? Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get that little audio thing set up. I have Bree from Phantom Reactions helping me on it, and I need to talk to her about it because I had some things come up that may affect the budget, so I'm like, hopefully not. Where's the pizza time? Right now, I'm walking into Aunt May, and I'm gonna tell her, hey, pizza time, and she's gonna get better, because she's desperately needing me. See, look, as you can see, Peter already ate some of the pepperoni, like the sauce and stuff is already on him. Hi, Mischief Maker. I don't recognize you, so if you're a new subscriber, hello, and welcome to one of my live streams.
Destroy it with a little creation of my own.
Ooh. Is he gonna make the Iron Spider suit to, like, have arms fight against arms, maybe? Like, hey, we have it in the MCU, why not the PS4? Dude, are they... They're kind of doing, like, a little throwback to the Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man when he's making the suit. Oh, hey. Not the color scheme I thought he'd go with. That's... Dude, he could just, you know, shell that out in like an hour or so. What? That's a pretty cool looking suit. My phone too randomly notifies me of random news live streams. Maybe subscribe to the local news YouTube channel. You probably don't recognize me, lol. I'm Nick Aaron from Twitter, and I've been subscribed for a while now. Okay. Yeah, when people use different usernames from different platforms, it is very hard to recognize you. And yeah, I've been having that on Twitter a lot. Like, a lot of people change their username and their profile picture. I'm like, great, I don't know who you are anymore. Oh yeah, you kidnapped Osborn.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna become the villain for the next game.
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the
Dude,
pavement.
he's almost perfectly holding him right where I'm Osborn.
Tell them what you did.
But first, take a selfie before dropping the guy off the cliff. Like the last time I changed my name to Portal63 on Discord. Okay, Connor, I knew that was you though. Okay, so funny thing is, depending on how far he fell, it could have like snapped his back and killed him, kind of like what happened to Gwen Stacy. I mean, just would have been ironic if the Green Goblin went out that way.
Truth. Okay. The truth is,
I am Iron Man.
only ever worth a damn when you work for me. The truth is,
Holy crap.
you could never accept that I'm better than you.
Dude, that is not what I'd be saying while
And you always
hanging
will
over a
be.
cliff. This is when Spider-Man comes in, right? This is when Spider-Man swoops in. Spider-Man? Spider-Man. Yeah, boy. Norman Osborn was Iron Man for a while, actually. Well, what do you know? The truth is, Norman is Iron Man. Dude, I know...
The anti-serum! Otto, you've worked your whole life to help people.
Yeah, and we need to save Aunt May.
You're fighting the wrong man.
No, we already defeated like 5 of the Sinister Six, so you're pretty sure you're the only man to fight. It's called Iron Patriot. Wait.
Time, please. I'll turn
Woo.
over the anti-serum when Osborn pays for his crime.
Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, I do not want to be next to gasoline. Ooh, come on. Dude, okay, I love
Just give me the anti-serum!
the web attacks like that. Oh,
Ruin Osborn.
Hello.
No! He always bounces back. He has to lose everything.
Okay. Focus bar is full. Oop. Apparently, I am not all that full on health as I thought I was. Okay, I gotta whack him. Dominic! Hey! How are you? I am doing pretty swell, and I finally had time to stream.
I know your weaknesses. I have no weaknesses.
Yeah, Peter, you should have known. If you'd known him, you would have known he had no weaknesses. Okay, hi. See? Right there, we weren't able to web attack him because he has no weaknesses. We're a fool. Okay, I'm a little too dodge happy. And that's... I should have been dodge happy. Okay. Hello. Are you kidding me? Okay. There is so much going on the stream, like, on the screen that, like, my mind just, like, blinked. When's the next Vitalcast? It should be tomorrow, actually. Oh!
Please! I'll turn over the anti-serum when Osborn pays for his crime!
Yeah, Peter, how about we do not tempt the big scary octopus. Do not tempt him. Hi, can I even see where I am on the screen, please?
Just give me the anti-serum! You've already done enough to ruin Osborn!
Yeah, you already ruined Osborn. You threw him off a building, and that could be enough to traumatize him and make him turn into a bad guy for the next video game. I know I've said that a few times, but you never know. It might happen with the... Boy, Peter, please. Dodge when I hit the circle button. I'm begging you. Circle.
You have a new suit!
Yeah, because you kind of wrecked my last one.
Your weaknesses! I have no...
That's totally what you say when someone says you have a new suit. Ooh. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna have to web a number of limbs.
You're wasting my
Ooh.
time!
Okay. Okay, we gotta... I don't... Ooh, okay, there we go. Yeah, we had to get all 4 limbs for a moment. We're supposed to be really dodge happy and be web shooting like literally every second.
Osborn's the criminal, not me!
Ouch. Ooh, okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Connor. Okay, what I was trying to say with Endgame having been not too long ago, and now, like, this game being really good, I kind of want, like, a Marvel video game universe, because if they could be as good as this video game, ouch, that would be really cool. Or heck, if DC even... Oh, apparently, explosions have range. Yeah, I need to focus. Need to focus on beating the octopus, man. And also, this layout, as cool as it is kind of blinding.
I'll turn over the anti-serum when Osborn
Oh,
pays
hi!
for his crime!
Cliff! Hi! I didn't mean to hit triangle. Okay, Peter, please. Okay, there we go. Square Enix is making an Avengers game? That'd be really cool. I mean, but they're not Insomniac. Would they be able to have this Spider-Man in that? Because what I'm talking about is, like, everyone has their own solo game that, like, collabs. Oh, ooh, hi. I wasn't... Ooh. Alright, let's just punch him off the cliff, huh? Push him off the cliff.
It won't help.
Oh,
I know
hi.
your weaknesses. I have no weaknesses.
Oh, ho. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. We had this. Just. Ooh, yeah, enough playing. Get back on the top of that building, please.
Gotta move.
Ouch. Mr. Ouch. Mr. Peter. Oh boy. Whew. Okay, I finally figured, hey, the ground is exploding. Don't touch the ground.
People are dying. They need the anti-serum
Ooh.
now.
I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn.
Oh, come on, Peter. Just web sling, please. Alrighty. There we go. Ouch. Come on, Peter. No, what?
Save the city.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
whatever you want.
I already know what I want.
Ooh.
Now get out of my way before I really hurt you.
Oh, crap. Okay, Peter. Oh, please jump out of the way of that, please. Okay. Ooh. Here we go, here we go.
How much is Osborn paying you to protect him?
I'm not protecting him. I'm trying to save the city.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe there's more than just Osborn being affected by you being crazy. Ouch. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Just slam him into that tower.
Give me the anti-serum, and I
Dude,
promise.
how is, like, his ribcage not, like, totally being crushed by Spider-Man just repeatedly jumping on it, you know? Ooh. Oh yeah, Inspector Who, the fight has started. Ooh. See, I mean... Oh, is he gonna do that again? Okay. Okay, we at least know. Ooh. Alrighty, here we go, rip that off. Oh, come on, please. Oh no. Don't forget your suit power, it recharges your web shooters instantly. I wish I knew that, because that was like part of my struggle, was just waiting for him to like reload. Don't knock out that tower, I need a cell phone signal. Or how am I supposed to continue streaming?
Such a disappointment.
Oh no.
Parker.
The classic mask ripping.
You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen.
Wait, did he just...
You knew. I won't let you win.
Wow, so this fight's being a little bit more personal now.
This means too much to me.
I mean, he did...
Not more than it means to me.
Ooh. Dude, Yuri Lowenthal does such a great job voice acting. Also found out he voiced Sasuke. I didn't know he voiced Sasuke. Come on. Well, there goes the cell signal. Oh, come on, Spider-Man.
Can't you see all the people you're hurting?
You'll
Ouch.
never understand. You haven't suffered like I have.
Ooh. Okay, so it's just a fist fight. Ooh. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. I love how it's like a cinematic, but we're playing in it. Oh my gosh. Dude, guys, just look how beautiful this is. We're playing a fight scene. We're playing a cutscene. Like, oh, just... Ooh.
Web shooters are ruined.
Yeah, I guess I can't use the web shooters. Oh, come on.
Think of the man you were. That man is gone. You can't save
Just reach
me,
out,
Peter.
pull Superman, snap his
I
neck.
guess
Just,
you'll have to save yourself.
ooh.
You're my hero.
Ooh. No. Oh, crap. That was a bad move.
You meant so much to me.
Ooh. Dude, if this was like in 3D, I'd be like out of my seat. Oh my gosh. Peter. He's going ham.
We're going to
Ooh, oh crap. Snap. Okay. So I think we're slowly pushing him down the building, and each time he hits us, we slowly go back up. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Knocked off his glasses.
You look tired, Parker.
Not
And you
tired.
don't
Just hurt.
just hurt. Oh. That line. Oh, come on, Spider-Man. Wait, did the claw detach? It looks like that claw detached. I'm waiting for it to give me some sort of, like, button to push. No.
If you want to
That's
change
gonna
the
take a while
world,
to recover.
you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
No. Come on, Peter.
I couldn't agree more.
No. Oh. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna save him? Oh. Come on, can we save him? No, he's dead from that. He has to be dead from that. And I agree, Inspector Who, the music is just... You're still living? I guess those metal arms can cushion? Yeah, a bit.
Peter, I saw you as a son.
Yeah.
I should have known you'd turn on me.
What?
Just like all the others.
No.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
Oh, Peter.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others.
Yeah.
Even if they don't appreciate it.
Well, you
We
can't.
have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not. No,
So he
you're
sees himself
wrong.
above others, not like side by side.
You are everything I wanted to be. You
You gotta be better.
threw it away. Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it.
No, you can't. It's too late.
We can fix it. Together.
No, it's too late. You already did
If
so
you'll help
much.
me, do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help. No! If they put me away!
They're gonna have to. How
They'll
is
take
his
my
technology?
arm.
How is his technology supposed to help others
I'll be trapped in
if
this
he's running away?
useless body! Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised.
No, but you already abandoned Peter. Like, Peter can't abandon someone who's already
And
gone.
Of course, you rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Oh, man.
Peter,
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter! Peter!
That's heartbreaking. Strange way, I feel like Peter has the villain cliche lines and Doc has some heroic lines without context. I mean, yeah, if you take the line and just like shove it out there with no context, I'm sure that could come across that way. Okay, so Aunt May's getting helped. Oh, thank God. He has his mask on. Like, although Spider-Man visiting Aunt May, totally not
Still
gonna blow
viable.
your cover.
We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
What if we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others.
Crap. Does he choose the life of one to save many? Oh no. Found out that Doctor is Morbius, the living vampire. Like the actor who plays him, or like the character is? Because I know nothing about Morbius.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask.
No, she knows it's Peter.
I want to see my nephew.
Oh, she knows it's Peter.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I'm so proud of you. And Ben, me too. All the people you've saved.
I mean, I really don't
know
want
what
Aunt
to
May to
do.
die on him.
Yes, you do.
No, no, no. Peter, you gotta think of the many. Just... Why could Doc have made more? Or... No. Why do they... They can't just give us a happy ending? Aunt May. I just... I mean, it makes more sense why we spent so much time with her in the game now, but it's just... I feel so bad for Peter. And yeah, and Spectre, who I agree with you, you really feel bad for everyone here. Even though Peter wins, he still loses to Doc Ock. Well, I don't necessarily take it as he lost to Doc Ock. I take it more of he just lost. This... But here you kind of get to see the people he's helped, and oh, and there's Miles there. Hey, Gamer Nicholas. He came at a odd time for the game. Man. Are we gonna see... Yeah, we're gonna see him in prison again. Well, not again, but like for the first time. If they're gonna make us feel bad for Doc Ock, I mean, he has that anger in his eyes. Like you could tell he's not done. He'll. Oof. 3 months later. Oh man.
So?
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, associate editor.
Congrats.
Hey,
I knew you
she
could
got
do
the
it.
promotion.
What about you? Find a job yet?
Surprisingly, didn't get it immediately after
Oh.
that whole thing.
No, but
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
Oh, Peter,
I was
same
actually
boat.
considering
Same
making a career
hat.
change.
Oof. Same hat.
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
Oh, great. Now my head's aligned with his.
Sorry, no, it's
Literally seems.
you're a scientist, a good one.
Cooking's like
The
chemistry.
last project I worked on,
It's
I
like
created
domestic
a monster
chemistry.
octopus that almost destroyed the city. So.
Poor Peter.
I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
It's nice to see them
Going camping?
Oh,
talking.
no, my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh,
Oh, hey, he and Miles are becoming friends.
you know, you can always stay at my place.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no, I don't. I not want to. But meaning, I do want to, but only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Me neither.
Oh, that's really sweet. Oh, they had the kiss. Oh, that's really sweet. Dude, okay, so that was the credits. BRB, just crying over that. Dude, I'm still. Ah, man, just him losing Aunt May is still hitting me a bit, but let's get the upside down kiss. Maybe Spider-Man 2 upside down kiss. There are 2 end credit scenes, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's Marvel. You can't skip out on that. Man, I wish I just had the money for the DLC. But, oh, speaking of money, just so you guys know, any donations that I'm making from now till RTX, I'm going to be trying to get Ashikosu, you know, the new host of Idlecast, co-host of Idlecast, to come to RTX. And so all of that will be going to her. But it's going to be, like, a lot of money. I just bought my plane tickets to RTX last night, and that was a lot of money. So, yeah, no, this is surprisingly a short stream. For some reason, I was under the impression that there was still like 2 hours worth of gameplay going on, but it's actually just kind of like 30 minutes, I guess. I thought there was more. Maybe if I like swung around and did some of the side quests first, but it's kind of hard to do that when you have Mary Jane calling you being like, Aunt May's dying, hurry. And then you hurry, and then Aunt May still dies on you, and you're just like, wow, that hurts. This game, I have to say, was executed so well. I know a lot of people do not like QuickTime events, but I felt like this one did it pretty well. Yeah, the side quests are really tedious sometimes. Yeah, which is kind of why I stayed out of them for the most part. Yeah. Oh yeah, literally done. Yeah. Dude, I mean, I really want to play the DLC. I'm glad that they announced that there's a second game. Hold on, I'm just out of curiosity just gonna quickly look up like Spider-Man PS4 sequel. Okay. Let's see. Seems like it's been a solid month since there's been any sort of news on a sequel. Yeah, so far, all that I can find for a sequel is like people suggesting what could be done for a sequel, as far as like game mechanics and all that. I'm sure E3 they're gonna give us some sort of teaser. David, did you watch Endgame? Heck yeah, I did. I watched it the Thursday night, and it killed me. It absolutely killed me, just like how this game did. And Inspector Who, I totally agree with how the credits, just everything they've been executing really well, and it just bothers me. I didn't figure out that like display setting.
I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's in the way that you ask for it.
I'm getting too nervous.
Wait, in the way that he was he is he planning on proposing to Mary Jane, or is he just planning to ask her back into the relationship, or is he planning to propose to her?
Yeah.
I kind of got to talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
I got bit by a spider during this game,
Weird
and
things have been going on.
and Spider-Man 2 is gonna be Spider-Man.
Physically.
Oh.
He's like, puberty?
Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts
No,
to change.
he's well into that.
And so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example.
Not that.
It's like, I got abs.
He's better that I just I show you.
No.
It's pretty weird, right?
The neighbors from upstairs are like, what?
Not that weird.
To think Miles just lucked out. Dude, I am so ready to see Miles in a game, like full glory Spider-Man, like but I just hope that in the sequel of this game they don't kill Peter, because Peter has been the Spider-Man that I've always grown up with and loved. And I love Miles as well, but part of Miles' story is the other Spider-Man dies. And it's just... that's gonna hurt. PS4 exclusives always feel like interactive movies. Yeah, but I feel like this wasn't so much... I feel like a lot of PS4 exclusives are more of you're watching a movie and every now and then you get to push a button. But this, however, was... no, you're playing and the game is the movie. I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, that fight scene with Dr. Octopus on the tower, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like I'm watching a movie, but I'm controlling it. That was really good because it wasn't like giving you button prompts, and I was able to just like wail on him and dodge as I pleased. And there wasn't like dialogue options, you know? Whereas I feel like some movies, I mean, some games like Detroit Become Human or Until Dawn, it's very much more movie rather than game. But this and The Last of Us are really great in like, hey, you're for the most part playing a video game and it has a great story and great cinematics to it. Hello, Miles. Well, nice knowing you, Peter. Emma, yes, like Into the Spider-Verse. So Into the Spider-Verse pretty much used like the intro of the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the comics. So in the comics, when they first did the spin-off series of Miles Morales as Spider-Man, it was very much Miles Morales was in an alternate world. So like I think the main world in the comics is 616. And so Miles was on a different numbered universe. And so in that universe, he got bit by the spider and saw the Peter Parker Spider-Man, and that Spider-Man died, and it kind of pushed him to take over as Spider-Man. And then later in the comics, they did like the Spider-Verse thing, and then they merged the comics all into one world again. So now in the comics, it's everyone's on 616. So you have Peter Parker, but it's a different Peter Parker than the Peter Parker that died in front of Miles. And then you have Miles and you have Gwen, all in pretty much one comic world now. Inspector Who is saying it kind of feels like a mix between the Remy era and Tom Holland kind of story. Yeah, dude, when he was building that new suit and they were doing like that, like the page stuff, it totally felt like the Remy Spider-Man when he's drawing up the costume designs at the beginning before he goes to the WrestleMania thing. It totally reminded me of that. They do a lot of throwback stuff. And speaking of the Tom Holland Spider-Man, I'm really excited for Far Away From Home. I'm actually going to be seeing that the Sunday after RTX ends. So, or RTX ends the day that I'm seeing Spider-Man. So... yeah, Gamer Nicholas is saying like Into Spider-Verse, and yes, it is very much Spider-Verse on how he dies. Well, I wish one of the creators told me that when he visited my school. I mean, they probably want you to just experience the story yourself, but yeah. Oh, and so Endgame, by the way, I've seen twice now, and it's really good. I saw it the night it opened, so I went to like the 10:30 showing, so it like ended at like 1:30 in the morning which, oh boy, really sucks if you have to get in a car and head to Las Vegas that very next morning. Because, oof, you're just emotionally traumatized. You're tired because you didn't sleep. And then you're in a car heading to a very hot place, and the car's AC breaks, and so then you're all just dying inside of this car, and you have no one to talk endgame spoilers with because no one in the car has seen the movie because it's only been out for less than 24 hours. But yeah. Inspector Who's saying, can I just say 2002 Spider-Man costume looks way too complicated for Broke Peter versus Homecoming. Looks simple for Stark make. Yeah, I was gonna say that was something that really bothered me about the Raimi Spider-Man is his suit was way too fancy for like anyone who wasn't like a professional costume designer with a big budget to make. It's like you expect me to believe that Peter Parker, high school student, is able to make that with no job. And then Spider-Man 2, you know, he has the same suit, and he has to keep remaking the suit and having multiples because, you know, those things get damaged. Whereas in Homecoming, it makes a whole lot more sense because it's like, oh yeah, billionaire Tony Stark made and designed this for me, ha ha ha. And now he probably has S.H.I.E.L.D. making them for him. Or, I don't know, Pepper Potts is helping him make them and stuff. But that was also like something I kind of didn't like about the Holland Spider-Man as well. Like, I love his suit, and I love how it's very much like how the modern comic Spider-Man is. Except for modern comic Spider-Man is the age of Spider-Man in this game. Like, it's Spider-Man from this game is a lot more like the Spider-Man in the current comics. Tom Holland is the weird middle ground of Spider-Man at his beginning, but having the tech and all of that from the butt end of his career. Peter Parker is actually in extreme debt because of his suit in the Raimi movies. That's my headcanon. Well, that's a really good headcanon. And hey, Ryan, you came in right after we finished the game, and we're just waiting for a end credit scene, because I think Connor said there were 2. Was it Connor? Who said there was 2? Yeah, it was Connor that said there are 2 end credit scenes. So you missed one. Now we're just waiting for the second one. But yeah, I feel like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, as far as his solo movies go, is in a weird identity crisis. But I think Far Away From Home might be the movie to fix that. Homecoming, I thought, was a good movie, but it's honestly on like the lower end as far as like my favorite Spider-Man movies have gone. Like, I think maybe both of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies rank above that for me. I don't know. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but his movie was not the best. It just felt like it was trying to be too many different things and just never leaned in enough into one of them to make it fully work. So, Inspector Who's saying it actually took a cosplayer years to make the 2002 suit. Yeah, because I think for the movie studio, it cost them like $1,000 to make the suit. Like, it cost a lot of money to make the suit. And Hollywood productions, you know, they have like unlimited budget, but they also get stuff for a lot cheaper than most people would be able to get them. Tom Holland's Spider-Man, in my opinion, is too reliant on other people to make his tech rather than himself, like in the comics. And that's one of the things I didn't like, was he is less of the maker. He's more like being given tech, and he's like, oh, cool. And I think I don't want to like give a big endgame spoiler, but like there's a certain character that I knew from like Civil War was kind of being set up as the Uncle Ben character, and I think part of the identity crisis is we were seeing like super early Spider-Man before he's like Spider-Man, and now that this Uncle Ben character has been Uncle Ben, we're now gonna see Spider-Man take up more of the role of being the one that does everything himself rather than like having stuff given and taught to him and kind of told what to do. I think that's what this next movie is very much going to be, is like him going, okay, I have to figure out what what to do now that there's no Uncle Ben. I have to figure out, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. I really thought that line was going to be used in a fairly recent movie. No, Connor. I don't think there's going to be an Uncle Ben in this Spider-Man. I think Uncle Ben was named Tony Stark. And, like, now that he's been Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben meaning, you know, the one thing Uncle Ben's known for other than a famous line. I think Peter Parker is going to start, like, changing as a person and, like, grow up as a character and as a hero. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to Mysterio, because Mysterio would also kind of push that as well, because Mysterio, at least in the comics, very much was like, I want to be a superhero, but I don't have powers, so I'm going to make up my own crises and act like I'm the hero and get famous for it. And I think that's going to put Peter in a position to catch on to that and then go, hold on a minute, real heroes don't do this for fame, and real heroes don't make up their own emergencies to save, so you gotta stop doing that. And, you know, kind of like by Peter seeing a terrible example of a hero becomes a better hero and kind of stops that guy and he becomes a villain, all that. But because of all that, I don't think we're gonna see an Uncle Ben flashback. And I think when they did the new Spider-Man, they said they're not gonna do Uncle Ben, because that was something the audiences were like, please stop doing that. And I think they actually did it a better way this time around by having it be Tony Stark be the character that's like the Uncle Ben stand-in. You know, he was a character that we all really loved. He was a character already established, and we saw them kind of like build each other in certain ways. We saw Tony Stark grow and change because of Peter Parker, and we saw that vice versa. And then, you know, they killed him off, so now he's Uncle Ben. He's dead, to help further Peter's development, which is kind of a weird way to think of Uncle Ben, but that's kind of how they did. So did Aunt May never marry in the MCU? I think it's unclear. It's really unclear if she never married, but there could be an Uncle Ben, but I don't think we're ever gonna be seeing a flashback or any real mention to him. There might be a mention of like, oh, you already lost Uncle Ben, now you lost Tony too. This must be really hard on you. Sorry, life sucks. They might do something like that. Who's my favorite Spider-Man from the comics? Well, I mean, other than Peter Parker and the Dan Slott Peter Parker, because Dan Slott's a great writer and I love him. I really like Gwen Stacy, so Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen's really interesting because she's the more... I don't want to say she's like the most creative of the Spider-Man, but I just love how different she is to it and how she kind of kills Peter Parker. Like, as much as that's like really dark and like it was a heartbreaking moment, it's like, you know, Miles just kind of witnessed Peter Parker die, whereas for Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker became the villain and died as a result. So yeah, I really like Gwen Stacy the most, and she was kind of the love interest that I preferred over Mary Jane anyways, so you know, I'm a little biased in doing that. Man, credits are taking a long time, but there's a lot of people that made the game. But yeah, who in the chat's already seen Endgame? Because I don't want to talk too much about Endgame spoilers while the credits are running. Spider-Man Noir is your favorite? I like him. He punches Nazis in the canon. To be honest, I'm excited to see if Spider-Man Tom Holland might see the other versions of himself because of the multiverse. I'm really excited for that, and I think that might be something Sony is kind of going for with Spider-Verse, because they already said they're making other Spider-Verse movies. So I wonder if they're going to somehow bring that into the MCU, and that way we'll not only see them animated, but we'll see those characters possibly live action. But it might be easier to just take Tom Holland's Spider-Man and put him into that, and have him be the one that's animated. But I also wonder if like Mysterio is just lying, because that is kind of part of his origin story, is to lie, and kind of like, you know, be the fake hero. So if he's like, oh, I'm from a different world because Thanos did his snap, and you know, that's why I'm here, you know, and they'll give people in the MCU world a very plausible story of, oh, yeah, that's why we never heard of this guy before and why he looks like a well-established superhero. But really it's just Mysterio just like lying and coming up with a reason to have these fake elemental monsters to fight. That's my theory. Yeah, Mysterio's the master illusionist. So that's kind of been my whole guess and theory, and I know the internet is very much like a, is he lying? Or is he telling the truth? Because in the comics, yeah, that happens all the time. But in the comics, he also lies. So it's kind of like, what are they doing? But if they do go the multiverse route, then... Okay, Dynamite Bear is saying, well, there's a theory that this version of Mysterio might be Peter, but he changed his background and identity. Interesting. That'll be very interesting to see. It's also kind of like that's a weird way to go about it. And Inspector who's saying, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but Endgame is such a perfect ending that the next phase movies could be icing on this cake, or horrible. It won't matter to me. Yeah, I think that they might go the multiverse route, but I don't know if Spider-Man Homecoming is the way they're going to do that. Because I know in Doctor Strange they mentioned a multiverse, and then Endgame for sure started talking about a multiverse, because that's how they did the whole time travel. They weren't technically time traveling, they were just traveling to a different universe, grabbing that stone, taking it back to their universe, and putting it back. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they do, but I don't think Mysterio would be Peter Parker, and I don't think he's from a different universe. I think he's just lying. But it would be interesting if he was lying, and then they brought in the multiverse at the end of the movie, or something, you know, because maybe his goal is to like get S.H.I.E.L.D. to do something to open up the gateway to the multiverse, and then multiverse stuff starts happening. And I honestly think, like, now that we know they're not doing Secret Invasion, that the multiverse might be the thing they do for the Phase 4 of the MCU. By the way, who do you think will be the next Iron Man? I don't think they're ever going to replace Iron Man. And not Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. does have 2 movies left in his contract, which you can bet one of them is Far Away From Home, because Mysterio is probably going to mess with Peter and do some sort of illusion of Iron Man to Peter to emotionally mess with Peter Parker. But I also bet, like, somewhere in his Spider-Man suit, there's some recording of Tony Stark giving him a final message, and part of it will be with great power comes great responsibility. That's been kind of another thing that I think is going to happen. And Connor Bobbitt is probably saying it best. War Machine will probably fill in their role. And actually, no, Connor, he has 2 more contracts after Endgame. He has 2 more movies after his contract. But I think Tony Stark as a character is dead, for sure. As far as the next Iron Man, I think it'll either be War Machine, as Connor mentioned in the chat, but there's I think they might try to bring Ironheart into the MCU, which Ironheart is like the newer Iron Man in the comics, and she was kind of like a college girl who was inspired by Iron Man and made her own Iron Man suit, and it had like a Tony Stark like AI in her suit. And I really want to say the little girl from Captain Marvel, you know, the one who like picked her outfit colors, she looks a lot like the girl from the comics, and considering that was in the 90s and now we're in like year 2020 of the MCU, it could very well be that she's grown up and has been inspired from Iron Man by seeing how Iron Man flies very similarly to Captain Marvel, that she starts working on making her own suit and then she becomes Ironheart. But apparently in the comics, in canon, that girl gets like becomes like Supernova or some superhero that I never heard about. So they might do that, but now that I know she does a different superhero in the comics, kind of doubtful. Dynamite Bear says, maybe, but it will be cool to make an Iron Man movie, but it will be in the future where his daughter will be Iron Man and Tony will be some sort of hologram or just a voice in the suit. I mean, they kind of do that in the comics with Ironheart, except for Tony Stark is still alive. He just retired, and then he comes out of retirement, and I think he joins Guardians of the Galaxy, which is interesting that they switched Tony Stark out for Thor to do that. Did I cry in Endgame? Yes, Nikolai. I did cry in Endgame, like, so much. Do you think the other Spider people will come back in other movies? Like, I mean, if they do the multiverse thing in the MCU, I would love to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come back. Especially, like, how Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man kind of ended, like, in a middle of a character arc that was supposed to be over a whole trilogy. So if they brought him back just to finish like his character arc and then like kill him off or like do whatever with his character in the multiverse, that'd be nice. But oof. Thor with a big stomach. I'm really hoping Thor skinnies up again. Nikolai says, I know it's a stupid question, but Mysterio truly the villain in Far From Home? I don't think Mysterio can trick Nick Fury with the whole multiverse thing. Dude, I think after the whole snap thing, almost anything sounds believable, and Nick Fury having like this whole career of weird things just happening, he might be like, yeah, maybe. And like I said, like, Mysterio might be trying to trick S.H.I.E.L.D. into trying to open up the gate or like a portal to the multiverse by lying that he's from a different universe. And he might have some sort of weird ulterior motive to that. And, you know, I think that's probably how they'll bring the multiverse in. And he'd be like, ha, psych, I was from the same world, but there's something from another universe I could get and, like, become more powerful. I like Chungus Thor. But I would love a Rocky moment, too, in the next movie. Dude, you know, considering, like, how they do the soundtrack and everything for Guardians of the Galaxy, it very well could be they pull a Rocky scene for Thor. Okay, Dynamite Bear is asking, what is your opinion about Falcon being the next Captain America? So, in the comics, he becomes Captain America, which I think is pretty cool. However, I did feel a bit weirded out that Bucky was just like right there and didn't get it. I'm like, what the heck? Bucky's been here since the beginning with you, Steve. Why did you give it to him? But Bucky probably wouldn't be the best next Captain America since he's still trying to shrug off that whole assassin identity because, you know, Civil War, he was kind of outed globally that he was the Winter Soldier and was murdering world leaders and was framed for killing the King of Wakanda and all that. So if he was suddenly trying to be like, hey, I'm the new Captain America, I think the rest of the world would be like, nah, no, you're not. So Sam makes better sense in that way. PR-wise, Sam makes a lot more sense. Yeah, Gamer Nicholas, I agree. I want an ending to the Amazing Spider-Man movies as well. Who will be the next big bad guy in the MCU? Kang the Conqueror, Galacticus, Doctor Doom, Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is actually the only one that you've mentioned in your comment that's like in the MCU, or at least mentioned in the MCU. Yes, Ryan, this game is for the PS4, and I hope you have a great night. Censor's saying goodbye. Because these credits are taking forever. Galacticus is what I would choose, but Adam Warlock has been mentioned at the end credits of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so they might be bringing him in. There's a theory that he might still be controlled by Hydra, as he isn't completely free from their mind controls, so he isn't stable to take Cap's role. Yeah, and that's another thing to consider, is he might still be under that. Although Shuri did say that she did fix a white man before, so something tells me that she did fix Bucky's mental state, and Bucky was just like, I'm tired of fighting, I'm gonna go tend to farm until Infinity War started. Yeah, Adam Warlock has been a setup that could be in the next Guardians movie. Yeah, that's possible, but you know, we had Loki in Thor, and then Loki was the villain for the first Avengers movie, so they might do that with him. You know, introduce him in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then do the next Avengers against him. How long are these credits? So far these credits have been like a solid half hour. Like, I wish I was joking, but I'm not. They've been like going on for 30 minutes about. Bucky would be a little bit too OP because of his vibranium arm with the shield. Yeah, I could see that. No, Connor, Shuri, when they were talking about having her fix Martin Freeman's character, she says, great, another white man for me to fix. Another. So, meaning this is the second white man she has fixed. The second one being Martin Freeman's character. So, the first one was most likely Bucky, because the after credits of Civil War, we see Bucky in, like, a frozen test chamber, and they said they'll thaw him out when they're ready with him, and, like, he's no longer, you know, in a bad mental state. So I think that's what they did. And speaking of Loki, I think they're just gonna do his like Disney Plus series, and then they're just it's gonna start with him, you know, disappearing from Endgame, but I think it's gonna end with him reappearing in Endgame, and I think he's gonna have to choose to do that because you know, what's her name? The lady from Doctor Strange, she kind of said like, hey, we need she's like, we need the stones replaced, like brought back to their time in order for the universe to not split and go into its own alternate thing. But because Loki took the Tesseracts, that's gonna happen. So I'm betting while he's off doing his own Disney Plus series, he's gonna learn about that and learn about the terrible outcome, and he's gonna have to make the moral choice of bringing the Tesseract back and being arrested. So that's just my prediction, and it will kind of help keep it self-contained and not be too messy with canon in the MCU, because that's something they have to really consider, is the canon of the MCU. And also, I'm so sorry, new viewers who keep coming in and you're seeing like credits just roll. I'm sorry. And Connor, you're fine. I only saw the movie once, but I know for a fact she said, great, another white man to fix, which is kind of the thing. Do you think Red Skull will remember Steve Rogers when he's going back to give back the stones? Yeah, he most likely remembers Steve, and I bet that would be an awkward conversation. But Red Skull can't do anything. He's kind of cursed to just float there. He can't attack whoever's having it, or else he would have done that with literally anyone who obtained the Soul Stone. So, if anything, I imagine Steve had a big conversation with him, and then just kind of like left, because he's like, well, you're kind of stuck here, and I could leave. See ya. I'm gonna go get Peggy. You know, I think that's kind of what happened. I hope Red Skull pops up again as a villain in the future. I mean, in the main universe stream, I guess technically he might be free from that, because if there's no Soul Stone to like guard over, I guess he's technically not stuck to stay there. Yeah, he's locked there until the stone is taken away. So if there's no stone, he's locked there. And I guess the question is, if he brings the stone back, Does that mean he gets pulled back and is relocked into the place? Okay, so Russo Brothers said he forgot his past, even though Infinity War says he held up one of the stones before. It could be like that's all he remembers. All he remembers is he held a stone, and that's why he's there, to guard a stone. You know, I imagine like he probably got... Man, Steve Ditko, he was a great artist for Spider-Man in the comics. Like, great man. So I just saw that and I'm like, ah. One little nitpick: Steve has to return the Mind Stone and Space Stones after they're broken their cases, like the Tesseract and the Gem. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he went back to Asgard and made a new Tesseract. Are we gonna see the origins of Green Goblin? Beep, 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 boop. Da-dun, da-dun. Oh yeah, that was locked up, huh? We didn't get to see that.
We were so close.
Is that supposed to be Harry in there?
But I'll keep trying.
Is that Harry? Because
I will find a cure. I will.
And is that...
I love you, son.
Yeah, that's Harry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because... And is that the Venom symbiote? Are they gonna make Harry Venom? Or one of the... Trophy earned. Endgame. Wow. Wow, Spider-Man. You're gonna mention Endgame, huh? Man. So we're gonna go with Green Goblin and Venom in the next game. That is... That is really cool. Spider-Man, congratulations, you have finished the main story, but the adventure continues. You can now change the time of day and research stations, or start fresh adventure with Ultimate Difficulty and New Game Plus. New Game Plus might be interesting, but, dang. That was really cool. I'm definitely buying the next Spider-Man game. I hope it's still on PlayStation 4. Because I don't know if I want to buy the PlayStation 5. Okay, Nikolai saying, honestly, I wanted Cap to die and Tony, the next leader of the next Avengers, but I was satisfied with the ending. I mean, technically, you got both wishes. I mean, Steve probably is going to die of old age sometime soonish. But both of them had to go, and I don't know. I think Captain Marvel is probably going to take over. If not, it's going to be Doctor Strange. Those are the two guesses I have.
Yuri, you're back. How's your mom?
Fine. Right back to complaining about not having grandchildren.
Spider
Take
Cop.
that vacation now?
Are you crazy? There's no time for that. The apocalypse didn't happen, which means we've got a city full of loose ends to clean up.
Sounds like a
Is
big
that a
job.
thunderstorm off in
We're
the
up to it.
distance?
Not you. For a job this tough, we need Spider Cop.
I can't believe she's playing along now.
You said it.
Oh
You
no.
even did the voice.
Okay, don't make it weird.
You like me. You really like me.
You made it weird. Let's go. We've got work to do.
I can't wait. Spider Cop surveys the city. Placid, but seething with turmoil just beneath its calm surface.
Wow.
What have I done?
She's like immediate regret. So did I like Captain Marvel? I liked the movie. Could have been better, sure. And I think it is really weird because like in Endgame I liked her more than I liked her in her own movie. It's just so weird. I like it when she's snarky and does her jokes because she can be really funny and it's like, hey, I like this person. But other times they kind of make her too stone-faced and like just cold, I guess. And it's like, hey, you know, if you just have her be more loose and like doing her jokes and talking, you know, like those were her most likable moments. If we just have her more consistent in that, I think a lot more people will like her character.
Reported location is Murray Hill.
Yeah, like I said, Captain Marvel could have been better. Kind of like Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, they weren't bad movies, but there's better movies in the MCU for sure. Yeah, and I wish she was in the movie more. Yeah. Oh, and Thor. Yeah, like, Thor had, like, one okay movie, one bad movie, and one good movie. So I kind of feel bad for him. For sure. But he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So he'll have more time to be good. Oh, wait.
Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate.
Yeah, here we go. They're like, hey, Spider-Man, get lost. And I'm like, yo, I'm not here for crime. Connor Bobbitt says, I really dislike Captain Marvel in the movies and comics. So the movies were disappointing. I mean, I liked her in the comics. I just think there's always a room for growth for a lot of the characters in the MCU. Okay, where's that backpack? Okay, let's see. I swear the backpack should be like right here. It says we're on top of it? Where is it? Backpack. Backpack. Okay, Thor was traumatized by Thanos, and we can see that through the film. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you that, like, we saw Thor get traumatized. And I think he wasn't the only one that was traumatized. Like, everyone dealt with trauma in a different way in Endgame. Which, oh my gosh, for a split second I thought I saw it.
What's the situation at Bryant? Control, APC Echo is in pursuit of fugitives.
Oh, there it is. Hi, backpack. I think Marvel was used just at the right amount in Endgame. Well, I think the big struggle with Captain Marvel is figuring out a way to, like, believably dumb down her powers in order to, like, make her not too OP to just instantly solve any and all conflicts in the game, not the game, but in the show. Scan help for backpack, thanks. I mean, I already got it, but I'll keep that in mind. A Dynamite Bear says, to be honest, they make an X-Men versus Avengers film, and it might happen because they snapped the stones 3 times on Earth, so the radiation in the atmosphere will be high, which might cause mutants. Yeah, I saw that theory, or like people are thinking that. But I also know Marvel said it's going to be a good while before we see X-Men again after Dark Phoenix. Which actually may work, because they're probably going to have to say, like, it's going to take a few years for the mutations to happen anyways. Oh. Where?
If I stop the convicts first, the Sable guys will shoot at me. And if I stop Sable first, the convicts might get away.
Oh, hi.
Seems like an easy choice.
Cool, we did that, but the Sable guys aren't shooting. Oh my gosh. Sable guys are still shooting the other guy. Oh boy. Like, we just helped Sable, and they're like, screw you guys. Ouch. Oh, come on. Oh, hi. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Hi, dude. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I'll get to comments in a second. Oh, hi. Stop resisting as he's restrained by webs.
Crazy violent joyride?
Okay. But if they make one, I would like to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine, because I can't see someone else playing the role. Dude, I think Hugh Jackman is done with Wolverine. Like, he loves the character, and honestly, Logan was like the perfect ending for his Wolverine. Like, I don't think they could ever replace Hugh Jackman, but I think they just need to, like, either replace him for the MCU or just not have Wolverine in the MCU, which it's a double-edged sword, because no matter what, fans are going to be upset about that. Daniel Radcliffe might be the next Wolverine. That'd be pretty cool.
Outfit and deploy. Police, rhinoceroses. You got a rhino? We got a rhino too, baby.
J. Jonah Jameson, what's going wrong with him? Okay. There we go. He said in an interview that he'll like to play the character again if he's part of the MCU. I mean, hey, I'd be happy if he does, but, like, I just feel like he's getting old, and that's, like, rough on the body, too. High school t-shirt, huh? Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least see Hugh Jackman for a cameo. What they can do that'll probably be a little more believable for Wolverine in the MCU is to not have, like, the Logan Wolverine, but more of have X-23. Woo. Ooh, no. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Oof. Oh, come on. I need to get that guy. No. Oh, come on. I'm, like, struggling right now. Ah, crap. What did I push? Aha! I'm sorry. I don't know how I paused in mid-combat like that. Oh, come on. Ooh. Okay. Get off. Dude, are these civilians?
Protesters. What's happening to this city?
What the heck? Did someone call me a menace? Okay. Oh, yeah, Hugh Jackman, he loves doing musicals. He's a great guy. I really liked him in Greatest Showman. Although, Greatest Showman, I think, got a little too famous. Because now I just hear it nonstop at home and at work, and I'm just... You know, just because it's good doesn't mean you could play it every day for that long. Ooh, where's those bad guys? Where are those bad guys? Are those bad guys? Oh, are they on the building?
This is Control.
I guess they're on the building.
Vanderbilt.
Oh, yep, they're on the...
Eyes out for Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, let's
Found
just...
this construction site. Lots of busy worker bees up to no good.
Try
Well,
to make
let's
some
just
noise.
totally
If
blow
someone
our
causes
cover.
a disturbance, I can send cars.
Sorry if my English typing is bad because it's 5 a.m. and I'm fasting. Dude, one, eat food.
Get off.
2, where are you from if it's 5 a.m. where you're at? Also, thank you for watching my stream if it's 5 in the morning. Like, that I really appreciate that. Oh, hey, he's still awake. Oh, hi, concussion. Oh, hi. Ooh. Gosh. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Do special. I think I just, like, threw him to the street. Okay, he... Oh boy. Who? Can you imagine just Spider-Man beating you against a wall and, like, the pain of that experience?
Back up! For a guy in jail, Fisk's men are awfully loyal.
Ooh.
Take him down!
Ooh. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Spider-Man, what are you doing? Oh man, that must have been so bad.
No, for real, I need rent money.
Spider-Man, I just checked. There's been a rash of counterfeit bills in that neighborhood.
Counterfeit? That's a dying art.
Counterfeit? Really? Being... Whoa. Ooh. So much for not killing people, Spidey. I know. I'm a terrible Spider-Man, aren't I? Are you kidding me? I wanted to do Mr. Baton guy here. Oh, nope. Here we go. How is he beating you? I mean, I'm Spider-Man, and you're just pathetic little you. Oh gosh. Spider-Man. Okay, and sayonara. Oh, come on, Spider-Man. I'm like, what are you doing?
More backup? Guys, Willie said to take the day off.
Ouch. Ooh boy. Here we go. Oh, see ya, Emma. Have a nice sleep. Oh gosh. How many concussions does Spider-Man need to get hit by today? Okay. I like how he could grunt and also say something at the same time. Okay, so Gamer Nicholas is saying, I hope to be able to make my Jean Art cosplay, and I hope I get a wig I want, but I don't want to buy online. Sadly, buying online is like... Buying on... Oh, no. That guy, yeah. Sadly, buying online is pretty much your only option for good cosplay wigs. Like, Epic Cosplay does some great wigs, and so does Arda, but Epic Cosplay does some, like, great reward and coupon deals. Ooh, there we go. Get hit by a water cooler. Okay, who threw that grenade? Finally, that was the last guy. By the way, is this your favorite Spider-Man game? Yeah, I have the Amazing Spider-Man, like the first Tom Holland Spider-Man game. And that one, they promoted it like it was going to be this one. But this one's definitely the superior of the two. No pun intended. Gamer Nicholas is saying same, but I don't want to get online. And Anime North is next week, and I need any short blonde wig for my Jean cosplay. I mean, if you ordered like tonight, you should be able to get your wig from Epic Cosplay. Or is it? I think it's Epic Cosplay that. Hold on, let me check the website because I got it on my phone. Because it's where I'm gonna be buying a few wigs very soon from. Yeah, Epic Cosplay. They'll do like a week's shipping or less. They're really good about it. Yeah. Dude, if you're not getting your wig today and the con is next week, trust me, you're gonna want to get that wig days before or as early before con as possible because you're gonna have to style that wig. Because you do have to comb it and like do certain things. You might have to cut it even. There's quite a bit you want to do, and as someone who had to start working with wigs last year for cosplay, I learned you definitely do not want to like save that for the last minute unless you know what you're doing.
I know, it makes a lot of sense. He heard what I said. He internalized it. And he learned. Improved himself.
I like Insomniac Spider-Man better than Tom Holland's. I think they did a really good job, and the Insomniac Spider-Man has an unfair advantage where he has so much screen time where, you know, he has so much more time to develop than the Tom Holland Spider-Man, who had like 1-2 hour movie and then appearances in other movies that are featuring other people.
Another camera. Looks like Black Cat, all right.
Oh, poor Spider.
Oh
I
boy.
know I disappointed you when I couldn't go straight, but why mess with perfection?
Oh, that's a nice picture.
Hello, Cat.
Wait, am I supposed to?
They
Okay,
sell
there.
rare wine here. She's branching out. Gotta try and get ahead of her.
Attention units. Police vehicle is under
Oh, come on. Spider-Man, why are you stuck? There we go. She did some good spray paint art of herself. She must have had a lot of time if she was able to, like, do all that. By the way, did you fix Link's shield? Yes, I did, actually. Here, let me show it off a bit. So yeah, some of the shield was a little messed up, and we had to like last minute re-throw it together. But this is the final project of the shield. This is what it looks like on the back. The handles especially I had to do last minute, and some of the glue came undone at the con. So I went to a cosplay repair station and got it like retaped and all that. But yeah, I really enjoy the shield. It looks good. Okay, let's see. Gamer Nicholas is saying, David, I wonder why you didn't change suits. And I got the Batman. And you got the Batman 1989 suit? I mean, that's cool. You changed suits in the game? Honestly, so when it comes to video games, I'm very much more of an aesthetic over function person. And I know for viewers that could be very frustrating. Like, sure, this suit might have great perks to it, but I'd rather wear something like that. That looks nice. Iron Spider suit might be cool to run around in, but I just feel too attached to the current one right now. I think this game should have won Game of the Year. What did win Game of the Year? Was it God of War? Because I feel like when I was like looking at the awards, it was just God of War over and over again, and I just like tuned out because I hadn't played God of War. But also, just hearing the same game over and over again, you're just like, why? Share some of those awards. Ever played the Ultimate Spider-Man? No. I honestly had very little Spider-Man game experience, and most of that had to do with like not having money to spend on games. And now that I have a job, it's like, okay, I could spend some money on games. Not all of them, but not all of it, but some I could do. Let's see. We could definitely switch Spider-Man suits for a little bit. Let's do the Iron Spider. Wait. There we go. We'll wear that. Okay, I want to get like the rest of the map unlocked. God of War didn't deserve, in my opinion, because Red Dead Redemption 2... Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the other one I kept hearing a lot.
What the hell? I literally didn't see that coming. Yuri.
Alright, I guess I'm in
taken
another...
over by Rikers inmates.
We've had calls from people who are afraid to leave their buildings.
Tell them to stay inside a little longer. There's gonna be some street cleaning.
Oh, I know! Yeah, just gotta stealth take people out for a bit. It's not actually worth that much because of you guys, but whatever. Yeah, Spider-Man I think definitely deserved it. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm a little salty on just because of how they made their developers do so much overtime. And I think it was like an unhealthy amount of overtime, and that was definitely murder. Spider-Man, stop. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Ready night.
Oh, that definitely... Okay. Oof. Okay, they found me. How did that not affect the other guy? Is that Eminem? Oh my gosh, we're beating up Eminem. Oh boy. Cool, just blow up your own guys, why don't you? That's great. Okay. Ooh, hi, dude.
Typical New York. A vacancy opens up and everyone's rushing to take it.
Ooh, okay. I need a heal. Okay. There we go. And... Oh, come on. Ooh. Did I just turn a rocket into a duck? Okay. Oh boy. Hold on.
More of them? Guys, this isn't necessary. I'm already scared straight.
Spider-Man, I've spoken to people on the block who say the escapees tried to break in
hold on, hold on.
What I heard, they want to take one over.
They'll be a lot easier to deal with on the street, without hostages.
I'm working on it. Talk to you soon.
Ooh. Okay, I thought I could just do the takedown on him. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause so I could read the comments for a second because my brain needs a break. Let's see. Dynamite Bear was saying I played the two Amazing Spider-Man games, Ultimate Spider-Man, Shattered Dimension, which Dan Slott helped write that game, and then he wrote the Spider-Verse comic, which because it was inspired by the game. But sorry, just random tidbit. And Web of Shadows. Yeah, there's been a lot of Spider-Man games, but I heard this one's the best one since the GameCube Spider-Man 2. And then, let's see. Okay, Gamer Nicholas is saying, I learned how to snap last week, and now I could use the Infinity Gauntlet. I think technically it's impossible to snap in the Infinity Gauntlet, except for movies be movies, you know? You can't wait to make your Jean cosplay. Just hope I make the armor and get the wig in time. Dude, if you're gonna have to start working on that shield like last week. Like, that shield is gonna take a while. But you could do it. You could crunch it if you really want. And also just know, like, even if it's not completely finished, it's still okay to, like, wear it to a con. And you could always finish and modify it later. Because that's kind of what I'm doing with Link. Like, I finished the shield, but I still would like to get a sword to go along with it and get like a holster for the sword and do some modifications to the main outfit that I have. And I'm actually still waiting for my Link wig to show up. I had to get a different wig because the wig I did want wasn't showing up in time. Okay, Dynamite Bear saying you should follow Portal on Instagram because he posts everything about his cosplays and what happened to him while doing the cosplay. Yeah, I make a lot of great posts on Instagram. I'm just now going back onto Instagram and social media to try to get stuff back on track for that. Okay, Inspector Who says, okay, I gotta head out. Take care, Portal. See you next time. See you, Inspector Who. Hopefully see you tomorrow with Vitalcast. And thank you so much for sticking around for the stream for an hour and a half, even though half of that was credits. Gamer Nicholas said, I even told my friends to follow because they're making a RWBY book, and I made a character in it. Oh, cool. Dude, Dynamite Bear, really? Did I get you into RWBY? Like, I feel honored with that. Like, I'm gonna have to share that on Twitter and be like, someone told me I got them into RWBY. That makes me really happy. Oh my gosh. That, oof, made my day. Unlike Spider-Man about to die. Ooh. If Spider-Man dies on me, that will unmake my day. Ooh. No, you can't, because I'm Spider-Man and I'm invincible. Oh boy. Well, how is he?
Oh, backup's here. Great. Okay.
Ooh. Why is there so much backup? Ooh. Oh, hi. Yeah, let's just cinematically take it down. Okay. Yeah, let's just... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's hot. That's hot. And not like the good kind of hot, you know? It's not like a that's hot. That was like, ooh, ooh, that's hot. Okay. Just like spider tackle that guy.
We don't have backup or reinforcements here. Just people, you dig?
Whew. Oh, come on. I keep forgetting, like, you need to web shoot him. Okay, hold on. I gotta choose a guy today. Okay. Ooh. He's just one guy, yeah, but you know, I'm a spider guy, and the spider part's really important for fighting the crime. Don't you just love camera angles when they put? Okay, let's. Oh my gosh, this big dude will not leave me alone. Okay, oh gosh. There's way too many of them. Okay, there we go. I need to just get rid of this guy because he's annoying. Oh, thank goodness. Just web that guy up. Whew. Ooh. Shield guy, you're way too much stress right now. Okay, where's that rocket? Alright, let's... Ooh. Ooh, okay. Wait. Wait, what? What was that? I just, like, kind of strangled him for a bit. Oh, you're Kara Malouche. Okay, yeah. Okay, I know who you are from Instagram.
Everyone in an orange jumpsuit is down for the count.
There was so many of them.
If they'd gotten into a residential building, they'd have done a lot of damage.
Dude, I don't know how. Form a 50-hit combo. Not in this lifetime. No way is that happening. Gosh. Anyone going to see Detective Pikachu? I have already seen Detective Pikachu, actually, and that was a really good moment. Really good movie, not a good moment. I mean, it was a good moment in my life to see that movie. There's a really funny joke that's by far the best joke in the entire movie that I'm not going to spoil what it was because it was so great, and the surprise is part of what made it so great. You got your exams? You got to get those exams done. Ooh, there's a backpack. Oh, come on. Got to get the backpack. And the beacon's gone. Oh, there it is. Boom. Nelson and Murdoch. Oh, wow, that's Daredevils.
The blind guy gave me his card in case Spider-Man ever needs a lawyer. Wait, hold on. If he's blind, how do you know I was Spider-Man? Yeah, Detective Pikachu's really good.
Folks, I'm hearing a lot of praise for Spider-Man lately, and
Oh,
I'm
come
not
on.
saying it's entirely unwarranted. He did listen to me after all, and did the right thing in the end. But dial it back, will ya? I can tell it's going to his head. Look at it. The wisecrack.
Snoring now.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, hi.
I'm looking at a Fisk site where there's a lot of people, but not much work getting done.
Will people get shot?
They're keeping it under
Can I use them as hostages? Oh, nope, they're immune. Okay. I need whatever those civilians are having. Oof. Dude, okay, who's just having a casual conversation in the middle of this fist fight with Spider-Man? Oh, it was that guy. Okay. We found who was just having a normal, casual conversation with somebody here. Ooh, come on. Oh, wave 2, you're kidding me. Oh, hi! You can't let me win? Are you sure about it? Oh, oops. You sure about that? Ooh.
Latecomers! That's a lot of
Ooh.
tardy slips I'm gonna have to write. Bring them down already!
Alright, there's... Oh, hi. I'm pretty sure we knocked that guy out and then we just gave him an extra big hit anyways. Hi. Which one to take out? Okay, hi. David, have you watched the Sonic trailer? Yes, it was terrible and I hated it. Jim Carrey's carrying that movie. He's living up to his last name and carrying.
This does manage to get stuff you don't see outside the military.
That is to stay off the streets by any means necessary.
Come on.
Reinforcements. You know there's different types of reinforcing. You could just say great job a lot.
I think he said that joke earlier, but I didn't catch it the first time. Oh, hi. Okay. Are you... Okay. Gotta take care of the rocket launcher guy, and I love how traffic and people outside of this compound are just acting normal. Like, oh, it's just a normal day in Spider-Man's New York, you know?
More of them. It's kind of touching how badly you guys want to join your boss in jail.
So what game are you gonna play after Spider-Man? I'm gonna be playing Borderlands 2. Because Borderlands 3 is gonna be coming out. And it looks fun. And I just happen to own Borderlands 2, but I've never played it. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh, will it? What am I doing to this guy? He's gonna need a chiropractor. Days Gone or Plague Tale? Yeah, I'm not gonna be buying any new games. I'm just gonna play whatever games I own and have not played yet, just because it's more efficient that way, and it makes more sense to be playing games I already own. Okay, so that was a really hard one, but I think I'm gonna end the stream there, just because it's getting late and I have stuff I need to be getting ready for, like Vitalcast tomorrow and other stuff. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching me play Spider-Man, even though I get lost in the combat quite a lot. But I appreciate all of you very much, and I will boop you until next time.